Hello, Emmy. Exciting day today. This is Emmy, the Academy of Healthy Living, and I am really excited to have this opportunity to chat with her today. We've been working together now for, actually, I should have known this before I've come on the call, but a little over 2 months, is it?
Yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
it's that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my goodness, what actually is it? Um, but there's been so many successes and different areas of growth that have happened in Emmy's, in your business, but also personal development and personal growth. And there's been some really significant successes. And I'm thankful to you, Emmy, for coming on today and having this conversation with me and being able to share some of these, because again, this is what it's all about. It's about, really building this lifestyle that aligns with what we want and what we want to create and what we want to happen. And you're really emulating that and demonstrating that. And I want to celebrate you today, but also have that conversation. So thank you.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Awesome. So let's just start right in. I mean, we connected really over Instagram, and,
Yeah.
you know, Emmy is on the other side of the world from where I'm at. She's in Australia. I'm sitting here right now in Vancouver, BC. But we connected really on an outreach in Instagram and have been able to build and develop this relationship. So I think we'll even just start there, because I think it was me who sent you a message. I love the vibe you're projecting, and was just curious and asked you a couple of questions around your business.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so you did send me a message through Instagram,
Yes.
and you do get typical messages come through your inbox on Instagram, and you're like, oh, is this legit? I don't know. I feel a bit weird about accepting this message. But with your message and your approach, it felt safe. It felt inviting, and it felt like it was coming from a raw place. And yeah, so that's how we touched base. And yeah, I'm ever since touching base through that, it just built our relationship even more, and coming on a video call was our next step.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so I was like, oh, try the video call, see see what this lady's like. And,
Yeah. And I mean, I
and
would love to ask you even just from that, because again, there was just this, very brief, but intentional conversation over social media platform on the other side of the world. We agreed a call would be the next best step. What were you looking for at that time?
at that time, I wanted to grow my business. I wanted to explore different, I guess, areas in my business that I could work with. And I knew what I was currently doing, it needed more to be able to grow. And I was not sure what would be the best option for that. So it was definitely a great time for me, because I wanted to expand. I wanted to educate myself as well. And I feel like you have provided that for me and kind of given me that kick up the bum to push me to actually outsource and yeah, grow my business and give me confidence as well, and telling me that you can do it. Because I also had a fear in the back of my head that, I don't know, will
Yeah.
this work? Like, will I be able to grow my business? But applying the right tools and
Well,
yeah, definitely
yeah,
has
and I
shown.
appreciate what you shared there, because what is so important about this relationship is it's not just a program, it's very much a support, right? It is very
Yep.
much a coaching or mentorship. We always say we kind of coach over here in that program style, but that mentorship is, building in that best version of you. And often we get so stuck in processes, insecurities of yesterday's disappointments and all of that stuff, that we play small.
Yeah.
And so to give a little bit of background, because I don't think I did, Emmy is a personal trainer and has had a business and a successful business in all rights of, training clients, and has been, and remind me how many years, because it's been a few.
Yeah, so I have been training for 7 years now.
Yeah. So 7 years. But in the model, and I will say the typical or traditional model of personal training, where you book by the hour, you've got clients coming in these in a back to back to back to back sessions. And, also one of the conversations we had is just around, yes, maybe we sell 10 sessions at once, but we're selling time for money.
Yeah.
And there's so many reasons why that doesn't work. It doesn't work for a client because you're asking them to recommit every single time they show up for an hour. Recommit. And in addition, the energy, because we know that your first few clients get a different energy than your last few.
Yeah.
And that's not your fault. That's the model doesn't promote health, and yet you're in the industry of health.
Yeah.
Also talking about cancellations is something we spoke to, and how much money cancellations cost our business.
And I feel like that is because I allow the pay like after the session, or I don't take up paid in full, because it allows the client to actually not commit. And so it shows in their actions that, oh, well, I'm not going to lose out if I don't go today. And it's like, that's how they keep that mindset. So as a client, no matter what results they see, they're still going to have that in the back of their heads that, oh, yeah, I can miss today.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's just it, right? I mean, but it comes from a place of our own insecurity, but also a model that the industry has taught us. And just because it's being done a certain way doesn't mean that's the right way to do it. And it's really about breaking some of those cycles. And so we did break a lot of those cycles with you, and we are still on a road of growth and development. And there's so many great things happening and still yet to happen. But some of these significant growths, and I would love for you to share, is around, again, having a program structure, being able to invite people in to a model where there is an expectation that they come in and they pay upfront and in full. They have that commitment. And again, allowing you to show up your best for your clients. So I'd love to chat about those things, because what you said to me before we hit record here was, my clients are actually getting better results than ever as well.
Exactly. And that's only because I have now structured my program. And I feel like I had never had that before. Because it was only client per session, and they would come and they would train and they would go. Whereas this program is structured where we communicate throughout the whole 12 weeks of that duration. So it's not like I see them for the 45 minutes or the hour. I see them every day, basically, because we're communicating, we're talking, and I've never had that before. And I feel that is why the results weren't as significant before meeting you. So yeah, I feel like that structure has given me the power to educate, support my clients a lot more efficiently, and the clients that are getting that are getting results. Like, it's incredible to see. I can't believe, I really can't believe how the timing of all my clients who have currently joined, within 2 weeks of my program, they're changing. Their results are just insane. So it's just about creating the support as well, which I feel as personal trainers we do that, but it's like an on and off. It's not always on. And I for clients to build accountability, to build within themselves. They need their coaches.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, what's so important about what you shared is, in a personal trainer model, you are by the session, and correct me, but I can't remember the exact cost of your session per hour, what it used to be, or for 45 minutes.
Yeah. So 45 minutes was like $60.
Yeah. So going from this model of $60 per session with the typical client to charging for a program where clients are stepping into your leadership, they're paying that, that $3,500 for your particular program right now, which is growing. So people get on it because it's going to be doubling, but because the value's there. Right. And people pay for value, they pay for results. And now going from trying to collect $60 to having people pay cash upfront in full and step into your program. Yeah, that's where results happen. But again, structuring it away. And I know you said you have like now this continual communication, and we do, but that continual communication isn't an hourly session. Right. Yeah. It's on a platform or in a way that Emmy gets to decide what's the best way to communicate with this client at this particular time. Is it the right time to get on a call? Is it responding back to something that they've shared? Is it doing a video to be able to support them? But it creates that flexibility that, again, keeps you in a leadership position and creates those results. When we first talked, there was some financial goals there. And I think like within a couple of weeks, it was like, okay, well, we got to set bigger ones now.
And that's it. Like my mindset was always thinking small because I was fearful that I was going to set myself up to fail, and I didn't want that. But it is so achievable.
Yeah. I still remember actually, one of our calls, I think you said to me, well, what's the guarantee that I will, yeah. As much as I wanted to like give her a little flick at that time, again, how I took leadership, but, not allowing you to sit in that space. And within 2 weeks, you stepped in, you had those successes. The investment that you paid into my program and leadership was already paid. Like it was creating this income that you hadn't experienced in your business before. And I always say, like, money's great. We should have big goals. We should be hitting, 10 should be in our sleep, right? But we should be having 10, 20, 50K months easily in our business. We are changing people's lives. And watching you grow in this space, and again, go from trying to collect $60 to achieving these, 5 figures that are going to be growing into 6-figure months is so powerful. And you said it best, though, the model creates more results.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's again what it's all about. With that in mind, or with the conversation just about financial goals, again, looking at, I think, I can't remember the exact number, but within the first 30 days, do you recall what you had? I mean, I know it was like.
I would have to say it would be roughly 25, 15. 25, something's between there, 15 to 25.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was up close to that 25 because it was like they'd come in like, oh my gosh, I got it. And again, we're talking in 30 days.
Yeah.
30 days.
It's insane, isn't it?
It's insane. And yet it's not, because we understand. And that's why Ed and I are so passionate. That was our industry. Right. We did the same thing. And it's, it's all health entrepreneurs industry, essentially. It's this model that doesn't create results. It's a model that doesn't create health in the people that are supposed to be leaders.
Yes, exactly.
And with that, again, allowing you to achieve these financial successes allowing your clients to step into their best results, but also then creating this balance in lifestyle. And that's where we're still growing. We're still creating that with you. And it's really, like I say, it's just the beginning, because it's creating now and stepping into for you, which many of us desire. It's where we can work from anywhere. We can work from anywhere in the world. And this is where we continue to grow, and we continue to have, yes, again, these financial successes. But I'll never forget, someone asked a question before, and I think I read it, and they said, if you could get, I don't remember the number, $10 million today, but you had to turn 86, would you take it? I'm like, no. Like 100% no, right? But that being said, we can have both, and we're not taught that. We're not taught that we can have time freedom and location freedom and financial freedom, and we can. And you proved it in month one. And again, Eddie and I always say, if someone asks us, are results guaranteed? Yeah, if you do it. Like,
that's exactly right.
Yeah. I can't guarantee you do it though. But should you follow the process, should you trust the process and step into the leadership and mentorship relationship, yeah, the results are guaranteed.
Definitely.
Yeah. I would just, any thoughts from you? Again, you were stuck in a decision.
Yes, it was.
Right?
It was more like fearing like that I wouldn't achieve. And I think that jumping outside of my comfort zone into this program with you as my mentor it did make me feel safe. So like, yeah, that, like, I know probably you won't say that this is the correct choice of word, but the security with you, I just feel good. And knowing that I have you as my mentor is incredible, because I know that what you're providing from like support wise is going to be spot on, and I just have to apply it in my day to day. And I'm very passionate about what I do, and I want it to grow, and I want to see change, good change, and increase of clients so that I can help them achieve their goals, because I know that what I do guarantees results.
Yes.
So it's given me confidence within myself, and it shows the energy outside. And I guess that energy is used on each client too. Whereas before I was lacking the energy. I was not able to show up for each client. Yeah. And now I'm a totally different person. It's definitely life-changing for my, like, even though I was going into this for my business and for the growth of my business, it's changed my life. So yeah, it's really amazing, and I thank you again for sharing it, because it is life-changing, right? When we're able to create and build and then transform other people's lives, like, really, what's more incredible than that? Waking up to a message from a client, knowing that you have changed their lives, is just absolutely. But it's also, again, in a way that also honors you, because the structure, the financial successes that you are having to live a certain lifestyle, to be able to remember what you said, I want to be able to drink a cup of coffee in the morning, like such a simple thing. But when you're when you're up at 5 and boom, 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 it becomes all about just wanting some of those simple things. And again, we're still creating, we're still growing. There's so many great things to come. But yeah, those client successes don't happen unless we have that personal growth and structure in place to allow it. I sat down with one of my clients yesterday, just for a weekly review, and it was amazing, because she's like, I don't know where I would be if I didn't join this program, because it's been 5 weeks
Yeah.
and it's changed her life. She's gone through the trickiest stages of her life during this program, and she's like, without this program, I do not know where I would be.
Yes.
So yeah, that was
So
amazing.
anybody listening, that is the Academy of Healthy Living. That is Emmy, and her program changes lives, transforms bodies. Transforming bodies changes lives. And it's so powerful and it's so incredible. And I want to thank you just for sharing your story today. I want to thank you for being real, just even about the financial successes and all of that, because that's really what it's all about. And the same way when we transform people's bodies, how it transforms their lives, when we are in a position to transform their business and their wealth, it transforms lives.
Yeah.
And it's really powerful. So stay tuned, because I have no doubt that Emmy and I will be on a call in another few weeks with even greater successes, because we want to celebrate them, because it's inspiring, but it also even allows us to sit and be like, yeah, I did that.
Yeah.
Huh. And it's all because of you, because you said yes, not to me. You said yes to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that yes changed lives. Actually, your yes changed your clients' lives.
It did. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I didn't say yes, I would also be not letting myself down, but letting a lot of people down.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Like that message yesterday came because you said yes. Wow.
Yep. Take fast action, like you say.
Yes. Yes. And that's just it. So, you know, and if anybody is hearing this, you're a personal trainer, you're in the space of health and wellness, because it's really, I mean, there's so many industries, but the health and wellness industry is not set up for any of our success or health. And to be able to make those small changes, again, any financial successes are possible. It is absolutely endless, but most importantly, time freedom and client success ends up being at the forefront of it all. And that's the heart of what all of us do if we are in this industry.
Yeah.
Thank you, Emmy. I appreciate it so much. And again, stay tuned. I will tag her in this post as well if you want to see all the great things that she's doing.
Thank you.